Okay, here you go, guys. Shit, that just cut off. Okay, the music is louder than me, but I won't be playing the music. That's right, yep. Okay, so I've got to test everything, guys. I have had a morning, okay? I've just had a morning, okay? I'm trying to light the fire. God, I need a man. That didn't sound right. Hang on. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm kidding. It just came out wrong. Now, it would help to have a man to, you know, help light the fire. That's not the only reason, but I mean to help light the fire and things like that. Then I had to jump in my car and drive 45 to 50 minutes away to buy cigarettes because they are $5 cheaper a packet. So I bought 4. And so I got them for like, how much were they? 17 each. Okay, for the same packet, I buy up here for 23, which is cheaper than the $50 that they charge you normally. And for the last couple of days, oops, can't control myself now. For the last couple of days, my daughter bought up food 2 days ago. And by food, I mean she bought crates of vegetables. So for the last 2 days, I've been chopping, freezing, blanching, cooking, trying to use vegetables up, and they're still coming out of my ears. So there you go, that's where I've been. We're going to get to some news. I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Hey Alex, how you going? And Deb, how you going? There won't be many here because the other you know, everyone's probably waiting on the other channel. Dealey, how you going? Krumel, how you going? Good to see ya. Timmy, good to see ya. How you going? Did I say Dealey? How you going? And Alex and Deb. Okay, so we've got a couple here. So I'm going to have to test all this. I had to set the whole thing up again to stream from this channel. I had to set all of the Streamlabs thing up again. I'm sure I'm going to have to do that with StreamYard if I use StreamYard here. It also means there's a new tipping link, but it's pinned at the top of the comments. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a new, it's totally different. Once you sign out of one account on Streamlabs, which is a streaming software, everything changes. You have to reset everything up again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go onto the screen. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. You can see the screen, everything's working. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, sorry guys. I've got a little bit of news to go over, as long as everyone can see me and hear me okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, I agree, Alex. That's why you always put the links in the other chat so that people can find us. But some people don't click those links, so they don't know I'm over here going live. Anyway, hang on. Let me just add something to this one, because there is something I have forgotten to add. And that would be this thing here. That would be that. Can you still hear me and can you see me okay? I'm going to move myself around here a little bit. Maybe shrink myself a little bit in the corner there. Okay, so can everyone still hear and see me okay? There's no echo, echo. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Trump War Room. Biden instructs the audience to beat the hell out of Republicans a month after the assassination attempt against President Trump. This is disgusting. Now let's have a listen to what's going on here. Hang on, get back to the beginning. Make it big. Yeah, because I'm in the way. I've altered the footage because, see, I'm in the way here. So, okay, let's go.
Let me tell you what our Project 2025 is. Beat the hell out of them. I mean it.
Okay. I get what he means, right? He means just beat the hell, like Trump's fight. I kind of get it. But if they're going to take fight as a threat, well, then that's a threat. Hello, that is a threat. There you go. We've got more on Reagan, the Australian Olympic person. Don't even know what she was doing there. I don't know. Okay, Ollie London said Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn breaks her silence after being mocked online over her bizarre Olympic performance. The dancer called the criticism devastating and asked people to stop harassing her. She didn't realise it would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating, really. Let's have a little listen. Poor Ray Gunn. You know, poor thing, just embarrassed Australia on the world stage, but poor thing, this one woman.
Hi everyone, Ray Gunn here. I just want to start by thanking all the people who have supported me. I really appreciate the positivity and I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped. I didn't realize that that would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating. Well, I went out there and I had fun. I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off preparing for the Olympics and I gave my all, truly. I'm honoured to have been a part of the Australian Olympic team and to be part of breaking's Olympic debut. What the other athletes have achieved has just been phenomenal. In regards to the allegations and misinformation floating around, I'd like to ask everyone to please refer to the recent statement made by the AOC, as well as the posts on the Breaking Instagram page, as well as the WDSF Breaking for Gold page. Bit of a fun fact for you. There are actually no points in breaking. If you want to see how the judges thought I compared to my opponents, you can actually see the comparison percentages across the 5 criteria on Olympics.com. All the results are there. I'm going to be in Europe for a few weeks for some pre-planned downtime, but I'd really like to ask the press to please stop harassing my family, my friends, the Australian breaking community and the broader street dance community.
Okay, where do I start? Hopefully no one is harassing her family or the other breakdance community. I don't think the other breakdance community members are being attacked. At least I hope not. And neither her family should be. They should not be attacked at all. But this was not our best. And although she did her best, someone else was better. So, and she scored 0, and how come if there's no score in breakdancing, how come the other competitors got scores? That's just a question I have. I don't know.
Everyone has been through a lot as a result of this, so I ask you to please respect their privacy. I'll be happy to answer more questions on my return to Australia. Thanks, everyone.
I'll probably never see her again now. Okay, and how's my sound with between the clips and my voice? I need you to tell me how the sound is between what I'm playing on the screen and my voice, because it's hard to know these days. Okay, so that was a whole lot of nothing and just infuriating, really. Okay, yeah, look, honestly, it you know, I could do better. I'm not going to, but I couldn't. That she did better than I could, but, you know, no. That wasn't Australia's best, because I saw one of the other competitors who just had it all over Ray Gunn. Amuse said it was a scam. Ray Gunn ran Australians an Olympic qualifier, created the rules, installed a husband as the coach. None of the nation's best breakdancers were able to compete in the qualifier as a result of Dr. Rachel Gunn's decision not to cover travel expenses. The what now? What? Reagan ran Australia's Olympic qualifier, created the rules, installed a husband as the coach, and none of the nation's best breakdancers were able to compete in the qualifier as a result of her decision not to cover travel expenses. Who covered her travel expenses? Australian breakdancer rigged Olympic qualifier for free Paris vacation. Hang on, there's something going on here between here and here. It has come to light that Dr. Rachel Gunn, aka Ray Gunn, manipulated the Olympic qualifier by setting her own governing body, denying grants to underprivileged performers. There you go, she did deny them money. But she took it. And she lives in one of the best suburbs in Sydney. Let me tell you, of course. And allowing her husband to coach the national team. Australians have started a petition demanding an investigation and an apology. And I would go further and say the money back for the trip. And possibly compensation for embarrassing Australia so badly at the Olympics. Okay, Doge designer says Elon Musk says he's open to collaborate on a dance campaign video with Trump, if Trump's up for it, because people have put Trump and Elon together dancing. I hope I have the footage. I did bookmark it, whether it's there or not, that's another thing. I like Elon's dancing. Check it out. Look, hang on. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. This will be me breakdancing, okay? No breaking at all. Because I'd break every bone in my body. I can do the Trump. That's pretty easy. That's the Trump now, okay? That's what that's called. The Trump. Elon's funny though. Who's playing Elon? Eva Vladingerbrook? Maybe? Not surprised if Thierry Breton did act alone. He is as unhinged and authoritarian as they come, and he's completely obsessed with Elon Musk. But make no mistake, all the Eurocrats approve of his actions. They all hate Elon Musk. They all hate freedom of speech. And they're all pushing that monstrous censorship law, the Digital Service Act. Breton just overplayed his hand slightly by doing this right before Elon's talk with real Donald Trump. And now the EU is trying to wash its hands in innocence by saying they weren't in on it. It's all an act. They all want the same thing. They ultimately want to destroy Ban X and take full control over the narrative, because having a platform where the truth is openly expressed and shared threatens their power. Brussels has slapped down Thierry Breton over harmful content letter to Elon Musk, and I believe that was the letter I read out the show the other day. Did I show it? Okay. The real Jonald. It's a meme. I got my monkeypox vaccine. I'm going to choke on my laughter, on my giggling. Okay, we can do this. You do not need... Okay, let me rephrase that. Go see your doctor, but you know what monkeypox is? A STD. Or from putting your mouth where it shouldn't go on other people's, I don't know, parts. Yeah. Okay, anyway. To each their own, just not for me, thank you very much. Jamie McIntyre said Australian Senator Ralph Babbitt, the people that you elect to run your country are puppets. The people behind the scenes that pull those strings, they don't have your best interests at heart. These authoritarian tyrants want nothing but to see you be a serf, be a slave, be a peasant, while they sit at the top of the pinnacle of power. So do not be complacent. Get active, make your voice heard, because the West, all of the West, is looking down a barrel right now. And Wide Awake Media shared Australian Senator Ralph Babbitt, the people that you elect to run your country are puppets. And yes, we just, okay, pretty much what I just read out. I believe that's what he's saying. And more, because he's going for 1 minute 40. Okay, let's have a look.
I'm going to tell everyone at home that's watching this right now, and I'm sitting in my nation's capital now, and I'm telling you from my experience, the people that you elect to run your country are puppets. They are not the true wielders of power. Donald Trump likes to call this the deep state. And I'm going to tell you now that the deep state is alive and well in Australia, and it is alive and well in the UK. Of course, it's alive and well in the United States. We're all seeing that play out right now. So do everything you can, everyone that's watching this broadcast, everyone that's hearing my voice. You must be more involved in the political process. You must take action. You need to be active, because if you're not active, the people behind the scenes that sit in the shadows, and they are there, that control the levers of power, that control, I believe it's Rishi Sunak who's in charge.
Rishi Sunak, yes, he was put in place, no doubt, by the deep state, because we didn't vote for him to be prime minister.
Well, exactly. The people behind the scenes that pull those strings, they don't have your best interests at heart. And I choose my words very carefully here. They don't have your best interests at heart. These authoritarian tyrants want nothing but to see you be a serf, be a slave, be a peasant, while they sit at the top of the pinnacle of power. And they use their agents in the parliament to bring that to pass. So do not be complacent. Get active, join a party, run for parliament, make your voice heard, because the West, all of the West, is looking down a barrel right now.
Exactly.
I'm going to.
Very, very true. We are. Okay. Okay. Shadow of Ezra said Dmitry Daskalakis. I don't know if I said that right. The Deputy Coordinator of the White House National Monkeypox Response is deeply involved in some kind of satanic symbolism and practices. He ran an HIV and Hep screening clinic from Manhattan S&M Club where men could pay to party unclothed. His AIDS HIV eradication plan focuses on combating systemic racism, sexism, homophobia and transphobia. That's going to make AIDS go away. Sure as, I don't know, whatever. Daskalakis is frequently seen wearing occult symbols such as pentagram harnesses on the cover of Plus magazine, and his social media is filled with images of tattoos like an inverted pentagram and design mocking Christ. His personal accounts also contain disturbing occult and satanic imagery, including symbols that could be used for ritualistic purposes. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. And I believe Tim Air said, and just check with your doctor, okay, I've got to say that, monkeypox is very closely related to chickenpox, which is a type of herpes virus. How on earth did we get it as kids? Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Thank you, Tim Air. Bit scary. Liz Churchill said correct. This is what monkeypox looks like under a microscope. Can you see this here? That's what monkeypox looks like under a microscope. Lots and lots of money. Okay. Geolof said everybody is running scams these days. What's going on here? The store employee gives food and water to the exhausted bird. Seeing this, the other birds pretend to be exhausted too and wait for food. What? Oh my God, we've got to watch this one. Smart birds. Oh my God. How cute. Okay, Geolof said South Africa's got the right idea. Oh, don't show these to the government, for God's sake. Washington's ghost said, I'll take 5. Yeah, on your house. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. It's not a proper firearm, okay?
This device will protect your house. Made in South Africa, it's a special kind of gun that doesn't hurt people badly. Instead, it shoots a soft 17mm bullet like the ones police use to stop riots. You can control it using your cell phone or a special security room. This way, you can stop intruders from getting into your home without hurting them too much. Now you know. This device will protect your house. Made in South...
Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting. I don't know, it's like you've got to be good at gaming then to try and get you see him move that thing around. Your aim might not be good. My aim wouldn't be good, but anyway. Oh my goodness. Geoloff said, lol, this guy for school president. Are we ready for this? I don't think anyone's ready for this. Okay, are we ready? He said it, not me, and I hope the sound is right.
Good evening, cowards. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women. What?
Excuse you.
What? They're fat, ugly women is what they are.
We're not having that.
You don't have to. Bye.
That ain't free speech.
It's called free speech. Bye.
That's not free speech. That's insulting.
Bye. That's good. Shut up. And we wonder why children are retarded stupid today. We wonder why when we have these pathetic people here called teachers the children's mind. That's why you people don't have the brains to see that this could be hurting children of the future who are going to grow up and be just as dumb as you. Good evening.
I hope you got that. It looked like it was very low in the volume. Yeah, because each clip is different. So when you play clips off the internet, they're going to come out different volumes. I don't know why. But anyway, he got in there and he just said, what a bunch of ugly big fat women. Yeah, and God help people if they're the ones teaching the kids, and people got up and walked out because they were insulted, and everyone's got a right to be insulted, you know, that's up to you how you take it. Yeah, I don't know. Good on him though. Pauline Hanson said after more than 30 years it's past time for a comprehensive review of native title legislation and how it operates in Australia. Sadly, Labor, the Greens, Senator Pocock and Senator Payman disagree because they voted down my much-needed inquiry today. To understand why we need to reform this system and to understand why those who oppose reforms do not have Australia's best interests at heart, you have to understand the history. In the early 1990s, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island organisations owned 14.22% of Australia's landmass, including islands. Under freehold, leasehold and reserve, these organisations, not including individuals, owned 1,094,000 square kilometres of Australia. Following the Mabo and other verses, the State of Queensland decision in 1992 and in the wake of the Native Title Act of 1993, all vacant Crown land, occupied Crown land like native parks, and Crown leasehold land, that is pastoral farming properties, were and still are under threat. According to the National Native Title Tribunal, on the 31st of March 2016, native title existed in an exclusive sense over a total of 851,654 square kilometres of Australia in an area greater than the state of New South Wales. Native title also existed in a non-exclusive sense over another 1,488,237 square kilometres. All up in 2016, native title held by Indigenous people was over 2,339,890 square kilometres of land. This amounted to 30.4% of 7,786,850 square kilometres of land in Australia, an area bigger than Western Europe. Then in 2021, just 5 years later, 26.6% of Australia's land was under exclusive Indigenous native title, meaning the rights to exclude others from the land, and 27.5% under non-exclusive Indigenous native title. The total proportion of Australia's land mass under native title today is 54%, over half of Australia, with approximately another 10 to 12% under determination. Native title is owned by corporations and Indigenous shareholders, but they cannot sell or in some cases use their land. Those who would love to own a home on their own part of Australia are denied this because there are no individual titles. Native title is a farce and is controlled by land councils, holding Indigenous people to ransom in their squalor and conditions that they experience in remote communities purely to milk the taxpayer-funded gravy train. As if we didn't know that. Aboriginals and their corporations don't pay tax on royalties or land leasing agreements. Why? Perhaps the most galling aspect of native title is the complex exclusion of non-Indigenous Australians from any meaningful say in the process. This country belongs to all Australians, so all Australians should have a say about ownership and title of the land and waters over which Australians share equal sovereignty. I mention that specifically because, in a question without notice last year, I managed to get the Labor government to concede that, in principle, this was the truth. All Australians have sovereignty over Australia. We hear the more extreme activists routinely repeat the line that Indigenous sovereignty over Australia was never ceded. Here's an uncomfortable bit of truth-telling for those activists. You can't cede something you never had in the first place. Sovereignty is a concept that was brought to this continent by British settlement. Sovereignty is a concept of civilization which emerged independently in many parts of the world, but never touched pre-settlement Australia. It requires the infrastructure and machinery of a state, government, physical institutions, currency, written records, borders and armies to defend them. These were not concepts that existed before the emergence of civilization around the world. Before that, virtually all human beings were essentially nomadic hunter-gatherers with no concept of borders. They just followed the food. It wasn't until people learned that it was safer and easier to grow food and keep livestock near them, and the need to defend them against other people, that these concepts emerged. It was this competition with others which fueled invention and created concepts like the sovereign state and sovereign borders. Intense competition with other peoples was not something that Indigenous people ever really encountered before British settlement, so there was no impetus for these concepts to emerge independently in Australia. They were imported here in 1788. Sovereignty is also something that requires defence. Virtually every civilization on this planet has been both the conqueror and the conquered. That is very much the story of Britain. Celts, Anglos, Romans, Saxons, Vikings and Normans all invaded and conquered parts of Britain. The English people are a composite of many ancestries as a legacy of these waves of conquest over thousands of years. They routinely sought to dominate the Welsh, Scottish and Irish peoples they shared their lands with. Eventually they created the largest empire the world has ever seen, but only because they successfully defended British sovereignty against foreign invasion for centuries, until now, it seems. This provided the stability and secure base from which to effectively control more than a quarter of the entire planet by the 19th century. Australia only became part of this empire because the British lost their previous dumping ground for the transport of convicts in the American War of Independence. Settlement of Australia was brought about by the British, already in the early stages of the Industrial Revolution, into contact and conflict with Indigenous people who were still at Stone Age level of technological development. As a result, the conflicts were very much one-sided. Indigenous people could not effectively resist settlers armed with muskets and supported by the British sovereign state. The obvious factor was the different levels of technological development, but an important factor was the absence of sovereignty amongst Indigenous people. There's no small irony in the existence of the native title system. It is directly the product of the machinery of the modern sovereign state imported here by the British government, of government fiscal institutions, borders, armies to defend them, and money, of course. Another concept alien to pre-settlement Australia, truckloads of money. Money provided by taxpayers, 97% of whom will never be able to make native title claim or be allowed any meaningful say in the transfer of the land and wealth under the sovereign ownership. Governments and councils have considerable input in the determinations of these claims, but as usual in this country, this input almost never reflects the views of affected communities. They probably got a hand in it themselves. That's why you need to run for your local council, because I feel like doing it here, because I'm sure they've all only got their own interest in mind. As a vehicle for reconciliation, native title is a complete failure because it almost completely excludes non-Indigenous Australians from the process. Reconciliation is a two-way street, not a one-sided process. And I'm pretty sure the people in the outback, the Aboriginals in the outback Australia, aren't involved in this process either. They're not consulted. No, it's the people living in the inner city who say they are representing the Aboriginals. Yes, and they're not. They're representing their own pocket. Okay, reconciliation is a two-way street, not a one-sided process. There has to be give and take on both sides. Reconciliation is also a process which is supposed to come to a resolution or conclusion at some point. That's part of the reason I've been calling for a sunset clause in native title legislation as did former Prime Minister John Howard. With more than half the continent now under a form of native title and more land transferred to Indigenous corporations and land councils under state legislation, many Australians are saying enough is enough. In my home state of Queensland, native title claims and state-based land transfers are dividing, not uniting our communities. Great Keppel Island, once the jewel of central Queensland, is now subject to an exclusive use native title claim that, if successful, will lock non-Indigenous Australians out of 84% of the island. One sec, guys, just I needed a drink. It's very apparent that this is the reason the state Labor government's $25 million promise to restore and clean up Great Keppel Island hasn't been met in more than 4 years. I don't think they have any intention of honouring that commitment or the updated one they made in April this year because they expect this claim to be successful. Then there's the small community of Toby in the Goondiwindi Shire. Land which has been the beating heart of this community for a century is being claimed by an Aboriginal corporation with a Brisbane office more than 400 kilometres away. The community was kept completely in the dark about the transfer until I visited the town and demanded some consultation. But there was no consultation. Because of my intervention and after keeping the community in the dark for over 3 years, the local council had a couple of meetings at which 2B residents were just told what was going to happen. They have no meaningful say in it. I also believe that that's precisely why non-Indigenous Australians are never asked, because the claimants, the government and the councils know the answer will very likely be no. I also remind Australians about what being denied the right to visit Ayers Rock or Uluru, the Grampians National Park, Mount Warning, some beaches that we've been locked out of, and many other parts of Australia. We can't go there. It's secret women's business, or it's because of men's health. Really? Give me a break. And this is what you're doing. For 3%, and I question that as well of the population, we are denying Australians the right to actually go to these beautiful places. Native title is racist and divisive. It's treating one Australian differently to another purely based on race. Last year's referendum proved that beyond a doubt. The Australian people threw it out. You wanted to have a separate advisory body, another layer of government purely for the Indigenous. Voters have woken up to the many ways they're being denied the rights that Indigenous Australians enjoy. Non-Indigenous Australians are in many ways second-class citizens in their own country, and nothing illustrates this like the native title. One Nation is the only party in Australia fighting for these communities and standing up for our rights to be heard and heeded for all Australians. My referral motion is for an inquiry that will, I hope, consider a better native title process that includes meaningful consultation with the non-Indigenous, more certainty and better options for Indigenous claimants, for economic development and empowerment. Indigenous people have actually come to me and said we can't get any part of the land, we are denied the right. So what they're doing is, if I can just say this in, make it a lot quicker, the UN are using Indigenous corporations and Indigenous land rights and native title rights to take the land off the people, including the Aboriginals. They're not getting the land either. Okay, nobody is. The corporations, and the UN will get it in the end. They can't set up businesses, they can't go for loans, they can't do anything. You're keeping them locked up in this squalor because they can't access their own country. Even people that I visited in some of these Aboriginal communities have said that although it's native land title, unless they get the say of one of the community leaders, they can't visit the land, they can't hunt on it, they can't do anything. So you're not advantaging anyone here. You're just handing it over to those who want to empower themselves and to the nepotism that happens. There's also all the taxpayer money that goes out the door. And as I said here, they don't pay royalties. Why? Why don't they pay the tax and royalties? Why aren't they funding themselves? Why is it still upon the taxpayers to fund these corporations, these organisations that I've called out repeatedly to be corrupt? No one's interested in doing an investigation and audit. If you've got nothing to hide, have the audit, do an investigation, find out where the money's gone. But because you know there is corruption there and you don't want to show them up for what they are. This whole thing is about division within our nation over native title. As I said, in the early 1990s, 14.22% of the nation was under native title. Now it's over 54%, and possibly an extra 10% or 12% will be given to native title. So that makes it over 60% of Australia will be under native title for less than 812,000 people who claim to be Aboriginal. How ridiculous is that? If you really have a good think about this, what are you doing to this nation and future generations? You're not helping the Aboriginal people or the Torres Strait Island people by what you're doing. You're not talking about giving them a helping hand up. All you're doing is to keep funding all the time to keep them in the conditions they're in, and that there is no helping hand to get them out of it because everybody's too busy going pocketing the money. Or is this a plot to actually divide this nation and have Aboriginal black state? That's why we need this Senate inquiry and investigation into it. You tell me, what are the benefits of having native title? How has it helped the Australian people? Where is our future going to lie if we keep heading down this path? It's time to support One Nation so we can fix this mess and get Australia back on track. I could have let her say it, and it would have saved me a lot of talking. Oh dear. Malcolm Roberts said at Senate estimates, I ask officials of the Department of Employment and Workplace Relations, DEWA, if they were aware of the second reading amendment which requires the Senate to investigate wage theft in the Hunter Valley. This issue could potentially involve up to $1 billion, impacting around 5,000 miners, with losses estimated at around $40,000 per person per year. The officials confirmed their awareness, but are unable to specify when the minister had been informed or if any plans or discussions had been initiated to advance the investigation. And there's another 4-minute video there, which I won't play here. I didn't know this was happening. There you go. $40,000 per person per year, taken off miners, about 5,000 of them. Wage theft in the Hunter Valley. Disgusting. Because everyone's too busy pocketing and, you know, giving money to Ukraine and God knows where else it's going. Palestine and Israel as well. I don't know. Michelle Langlois said they are trying to say everything gives you cancer. Human Condition said, do you have tattoos? Many do. You may want to be aware of this. It's going to give you cancer. Look, anything that makes you scared, right now, don't listen to the media, whatever you do, mainstream media. They said years ago, I remember in the 90s, showers give you cancer. Green potatoes give you cancer. There was all these things I was saying that were absolutely ridiculous. Everything gives you cancer, okay? Forget that, you know, half the time it's half of these things. Customers for life, mate. They'd go broke if you didn't. Senator Gerard Rennick said a Sydney businessman was given up to $110 million by the government during the COVID pandemic to import gowns and face masks, most of which were useless, before he splashed millions on oceanfront properties. Do you see where it goes now? Jack Rubin, 43, runs a relatively unknown online company called Australian Business Model, also known as B Direct, which ships electronics and homewares to consumers, and sports 1.5 stars out of 5 on product review. ABM then paid a company called Numa Holdings, which is owned by two Australian brothers but based in Cyprus, almost $60 million for the masks. Numa Holdings then bought the masks from a supplier in China for $33 million. Numa Holdings made $12.7 million profit from the masks, while Mr. Rubin's company charged the government $11 million more than it paid for the masks, according to the Australian Financial Review. ABM then inked another deal with the Health Department in June 2020 for worth $42 million for the delivery of 4 million isolation gowns. Similar deals were struck with a Cyprian company, which ultimately meant ABM pocketed about $7.5 million for ordering shit. The depth of this rot is staggering. The money on the masks is bad enough, but $4 million isolation gowns, as if 4 million people were going to need to put an isolation gown on. It would have been impossible hospitals to hand out that many, let alone need to. It would have been impossible for hospitals to hand out that many. And why exactly did the health department not buy these products directly rather than use a middleman to rot the system even more? I thought the health was a state government issue. Anyway, so why was the Federal Health Department buying these items? With taxpayer dollars, might I add. If ever there was a reason why we need to reform our federation in terms of which level of government is responsible for what, this is it. It also begs the question, what sort of quality assurance is in place across the entire bureaucracy when it comes to procurement? None, because everybody knows, and this has been since the 90s or 80s, anyone who put up a tender for government work, government, subcontracting for the government, everyone put the price up. Everybody. Wow. Okay, now we've got this. Darren Grimes, are we ready for this? I can't play the music. I'll play it on Rumble, though. Just imagine some music in the background. Here's Trump and Elon Musk doing heads put on someone else, obviously. It has been, what do you call it? Digitally altered to have Trump and Elon's head. They dance pretty good, though. Oh, dear. Anyway, we'll play that one on Rumble. Okay, doctors killed in plane crash vowed to release evidence linking something to cancer. I'll read that one over on Rumble as well, I think. 8 doctors, because, I think I will. 8 cancer doctors who dedicated their lives to saving others were going to blow the whistle. Oh dear. Okay, Our Voices Matter said, who remembers flight MH370? Did you know Rothschild inherited a patent after 4 co-owners disappeared on the MH370 flight? It's pretty much like this and this. There's a lot of it going on. Been going on for years. Okay. Freescale shareholders include the Carlyle Group of private equity investors, whose past advisors have included ex-President George Bush Sr. and former British Prime Minister John Major. Carlyle's previous heavyweight clients include the Saudi Bin Laden Group, the construction firm owned by the family of Osama bin Laden. What tangled webs they weave. Okay, Joey Manorino said the Ilhan Omar election feels suspicious. This was like 3 days ago. Heavily Somalian area, most of the votes came in within a 5-minute span out of nowhere. It went from 5% to 95% in a few minutes. Very odd to watch. Is someone trying to get my attention? I just got to check, guys, in case there's something. Oh, yep. Yeah, there's more going on. Yep. Shannon's trying to send me video. Okay. Have I got any more? Alex. They're all coming in at once. I must have just got into range of my phone must have just come into range, because it goes out of range most of the time when I'm here. Okay, well, this is very suspicious. I wonder what people are saying about this in the comments. Have we heard any more? Oh, yeah. Does anyone remember when she was busted for paying for votes, past times? She did it before and is very capable of doing it again, all to stay in power. Yeah, but, okay. She'll get caught. Okay. Then you've got a 91-year-old from Dane here. 91-year-old German pensioner, the man who built the country, forced to collect bottles and find expired food in the trash just to survive. Germany currently pays illegal foreigners approximately $8,000 USD when they show up, as a lump sum, and about $750 a month simply for existing. Most of them don't work. After working nearly 60 years, this senior's monthly stipend is just over half that. And this is what they want to do to all of us, believe me. Poor guy. That's really bloody sad, mate. Can't even stand up straight, the poor man. And yet, yeah, all the immigrants get, you know, they get given money when they come here to Australia too. They get it when they go to the UK. They get more than the people who were born there. Katie said, I don't trust the government with anything at all. Why would I trust them with digital ID? Welcome to Labor's totalitarian system. What could possibly go wrong? Sean announces new digital ID, set to launch later this year. Yep, and I'm saying no. Okay, the memes are out. Anthony Scotto said, can I please speak to the manager? Raygun. Okay, we've got this one. Here she is. What the hell was that? The dinosaur, was it? I don't know. She did that, right? And then she did the skipping to the side thing with the hands like this, like a kangaroo. Yeah. The memes are going nuts. Here we go. Here's Raygun with Michael Jackson. In the background here, one of the zombies. Why didn't they get it when Michael was going like that? Because he does. He goes like that and then like that, doesn't he? Okay, they could have got that. Raygun with Scooby, Shaggy, and Thelma. Oh dear. Oh, and people pretending to be Raygun, okay? So you got everyone doing it now. No, you got to hold your chin the whole way round. Because she held it the whole way. She didn't let go of her chin when she was on the floor. Yeah, you got to turn, swivel around the other way now. That's a bit of a comedy. I think there's music involved in there, so I can't really... I'll play it on Rumble. Alex said, someone said we need a regular person to show how good Olympians are. I raise you a ray gun. Yeah, I'm sure all these people in the background are going, what the am I looking at, man? I've got no idea. Is that how they do it in Australia? No, that's not how we do it in Australia. Believe me. I don't even know what that's not breakdancing. I don't even know what that was. Spicy Meme said, have you ever been to Juragan Park? Juragan Park instead of Jurassic Park? Imagine seeing a giant one of them. Jesus Louises. Okay, then we got... This little kid could do better. Look. Okay, this has got music, I bet you. Oh, there is in the background. Mostly cheering, but look at him go. Now, that's breakdancing, man. Seriously. And I don't know if you've watched Serial, but even Harold can breakdance better than Raygun. He could have been in the Olympics going for Australia. This kid could have too. This kid is amazing, actually. Okay, then we have the battle begins. Raygun and a praying mantis. Oh my God. Anonymous fry pan said, wow, Rachel Gunn's husband's a coach of Australian breakdancing and he selected his wife to represent Australia. What's more, he also reportedly choked off funding to anyone competitive. This has to be a matter for the Corruption Commission. So there's more than, like, there's plenty of people calling it out. Becco said, this one wins, Raygun. Karate Kid. The cockroach in the kitchen after being sprayed with Raid. See, she held it the whole way. That's, you know. Watch, look. She's spinning around doing this. Why? That's not how it works, love. I can play these better on Rumble. Yeah, this guy's doing it. He's doing all the moves, but he's still better than her. Okay, this is an Australian breakdancer. Let me show you why the last person was not the best one. Maria Hannah Whitley said, this is Molly Chapman, the breakdancer who lost to Raygun in the qualifying event to compete at the Olympics. Go figure. Now, I'm going to make it big. I'm going to make sure the sound is off, which it is now. Okay, we're going to start from the beginning. Okay. Now, this would have been better More interesting than ray gun and the... Yep, that's heaps better. I think ray gun probably watched this once and thought, yeah, I can do that, and then tried. Anyway, this person was disqualified from going because they were poor, because they couldn't afford the tickets, because Rachel Reagan and her hubby wanted to go to Paris. So they thought they'd just take it. Angie Jones said the way Reagan jettisoned herself and her family members to the Olympics, despite not having the relevant talent or qualification, is exactly how, I don't know what that... Oh, yeah, trans and LGBTQIA plus orgs create wealth and influence themselves by piggybacking off legitimate charities. Now, wealthy private businesses like Acon. It's a business model used by often otherwise unemployable activists, often linked to universities, exploiting taxpayer funds. Kellen Gross said to Tasman Young, said there's no World Breakdancing Federation or whatever to run a qualifying process. The IOC approached the World Dance Sport Federation, which is primarily a ballroom dancing organisation. The Australian affiliate organisation is Dance Sport Australia, which is also primarily a ballroom dancing organisation. Despite never having anything to do with breakdancing, Dance Sport Australia finds itself in charge of breakdancing qualification for the Australian Olympic team. So they get in contact with Reagan, a self-proclaimed breakdancing expert who has a PhD in breakdancing. Reagan knows exactly what they should do. Partner with the Australian Breaking Association and they'll run your qualification for you. But the Australian Breaking Association was founded by Reagan and her husband and has about 20 members. Unsurprisingly, they run a qualifier that gets 15 entrants, and Reagan is selected as the woman's entrant, and her husband gets appointed as the team coach, of course. According to this article, the ABA was founded by Lo Napoleon. There's no mention of Gunn or her husband. Okay. The plot thickens. What's going on here? Something's going on. Someone's pocketing money. I can guarantee you that much. Jason Stands for Truth said, facts, Ben Carson is one of the smartest men on earth today. We've been conditioned to think that only politicians can solve our problems, but at some point, maybe we'll wake up and recognise that it was the politicians who created the problems in the first place. They do. That's all they do. And now, have you heard, Victoria is so overwhelmed with bureaucrats that work for the government that it's costing too much. There's not enough taxpayers to pay for it. There you go. Tosca Austin said the EU liked things when Trump was censored into oblivion and suspended from old Twitter. Platform gags of the president they despised suited their authoritarian leanings. Now that the boss is back, the British government is terrified Trump will bust their Orwellian crackdown on speech, the riots, open borders, and the stage hook for religious liberties for some but not all. George said, breaking. The British government and press are going to be watching Elon Musk's upcoming interview with Trump closely. It's already happened. More election and interference from Europeans? I don't know. According to the editor-in-chief of the National Pulse, the government is terrified of Trump criticising their approach to the recent protests, riots and free speech violations currently taking place in the UK. I hope these Europeans realise that we toppled their empires once and will do it again if they take our God-given rights as a joke. Trump is allowed to say whatever he wants to say about their failing societies. Yes, well, we're all failing right now. Don't feel alone, UK. Seriously. EU, whatever. I don't know what to call it anymore. Don't feel alone. We're all falling. Okay. Tosca Austin said Kamala is following the 2020 Biden blueprint. Hide out, dodge interviews, hate Trump. Trump isn't running against Harris Waltz, he's running against the media and the machine who paid the media. So far, the powers that be have taken mediocre vice president, dipped her in deflection sparkles and then rolled her out for relaunch. Kamala, the grassroots raised radical who can't keep staffers due to her bullying has been scraped, oiled, massaged and reborn as a centrist. Camelot. Don't expect her to say much, Joe didn't. Media did the heavy campaign lifting and jousting with Trump so that he would come off as mean. Joe then was rebranded by the press as a foreign policy genius and an economic savant. Kamala's following the same stay-out-of-the-way approach. Where are her policies, some might ask? Laughable, really. The only policy her base cares about, and that includes her anti-orange Republican Trump fans too, is that she loathes Donald Trump. So far that's been enough. Time will tell if voters care enough to scrub deflection sprinkles off to discover the radical chameleon hiding within. Yeah, Kamala Harris hopes service workers forget that she was tie-breaking vote for the IRS to go after. Tips. Tax on tips. People are just hoping that they're just hoping people forget about that. And Tosca Austin again, beneath the fluff clips on defining who we are beneath our lives. Don't forget Kamala's the chosen fruit plucked off the Obama list and plopped in Joe's place on the Democratic ticket. I'm trying to say the words very weirdly so that things don't, catch. Hopefully the algorithm doesn't understand a word I say. They don't anyway, because I'm Australian. They don't seem to understand Australian. Kamala has a responsibility to talk about serious issues America cares about, such as crime, which the Law and Order candidate Kamala had said we need to reimagine. How we deal with crime in large cities and overall, and then let them all out. That's what they did. Then they can claim, we have low crime rates here. Yeah, because it's not getting reported. Which sounds like a new DEI talking point where reimagined justice depends on race and skin colour. And sex. Harris can't define who she is. She only remarks she's proud of her record as a prosecutor. Of course she is. What else would she say? As a San Fran district attorney, Harris put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. Okay, apparently from Verica, this is allegedly, Klaus Schwab's not letting vaccinated pilots fly politicians to WEF conferences, says it all. Interesting. Because it might just go, ooh. Sean Hannity said Cruz's prediction. That's one thing you might want to check before getting on a flight anywhere. Go and ask if the pilot's is he up to date on his vaccinations and boosters. And then get the hell out of there. Cruz's prediction. Texas Senator says 40% chance Biden resigns before Election Day. Oh, interesting. That's Cruz's prediction, not mine. And Sadie said, this is common where I live. Would this bother you if you saw this in the store where you lived? And I'm looking around thinking, what's going to bother me? And I'm looking everywhere, right, when I first seen this. And then I look at her and went, no, it wouldn't bother me at all. Like, I didn't even see that was not the first thing I saw. I'm looking around on the shelves thinking, what's going to bother me? Is it the Eskies up the back there? Cafeteria up there? What's in a trolley? And then I look at her and see her piece on her side and I'm fine. As I said, Australia and the UK are going to find out why that's important. Why these things are important than anyone else who has handed theirs over. We're all going to find out why it's important. Okay. Victor Davis Hanson asked, who is running America at the abyss? Ukraine, recently up-armed by NATO, and America has just successfully crossed the border into a stunned Russia, prompting a panicked Kremlin version of our DEFCON 2. Why do I not trust this? Rumours swirl that Iran plans to strike Israel sometime this week. Okay, in other words, World War III is coming, okay? I can just make that really short. Summarise the whole thing for you. World War III. See you later. I'm kidding. You know, if you know, you know. Don't panic. Just eyes open, no fear. Okay? That's pretty much what it's saying. All these words here, okay, is just saying we're going to go to war soon. That's the next stage in this plan. Emmy said it's 2024 and they're still using mail-in ballots. It's shocking that no one has done anything about it. Candace said it's now been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cheated. I didn't say it, she did. Back in 2020 with the mail-ins. Okay. How do I say this? My God. The Dems' inclusion with big tech and state TV were the real ones all along. Awakened Outlaw said daughter. Rachel said John Kerry's daughter says billions of humans must die for the New World Order. What's your reaction? Well, my reaction first off was daughter? Exactly. And my next reaction was you go first, if you think that. This is John Kerry's daughter, apparently, allegedly. Very handsome looking woman. Very masculine, handsome looking woman. Okay. Apparently that's John Kerry's daughter. I don't know. Elon Musk said, replying to Sawyer Merritt, the last two UAW presidents went to prison for bribery and corruption, and based on recent news, it looks like this guy will join them. Sawyer Merritt said news that UAW today filed federal labour charges against Trump and Elon Musk due to something Trump said during late last night's X Space. UAW, at one point Trump and Musk were talking about workers who go on strike for better wages. Trump said if workers go on strike and you say that's okay, you're all gone, you're all gone. So everyone's gone. Yeah, the last two UAW presidents went to prison for bribery and corruption, and based on recent news, it looks like this guy's going to join them. That's your unions, isn't it, in America? That's one of the unions, is it? UAW, a union. I do believe it is. Our unions are the same here in Australia. They're taken over the government. They say to be running things. Okay, Tosca Austin said 2-minute warning. This is Rich Given. Rep Raskin has divulged a plan to use the 14th Amendment to stop certification of the election should Trump win, knowing it would trigger a civil war. They want a civil war, so don't lecture others about a warning. Tell us, Mr. Walsh, what policy would persuade a former Republican congressman to vote for her? Kamala has the most far-left record in the state. No one's fooled by the muted record, scrubbed into silence until after the election. Joe Walsh said, my 2-minute warning to this country I love. 2 minutes, that's all I need here to tell the American people to wake up to the threat that is Donald Trump. Every American voter needs to be reminded about this threat when it comes to Trump. When he loses, he will not accept the loss. He'll incite violence again. It's coming. Excuse me, but that's debatable, okay? Okay, that's really debatable. J6 was not what they said it was, and there's more footage to prove that. They just won't release it. And they have released a lot of it already anyway. But that's what they want. They want civil war. They want world war. They're going to try and do anything to get it. To try and cover up the failing economy and God knows what else. The corruption that's been going on for like years. More than 100. Anyway. Hank, pathological dishonesty and thievery is there in their DNA. Stolen selection, stolen nomination, stolen valour. Democrats, the party of liars and thieves. Why have I got so much of this Tosca Austin in here? Where did this person come from? Okay, anyway, let's keep going with it. Tosca Austin said the decrepit hostage of the Oval Office returns. Joe Biden shuffles across the White House lawn after tanning his carcass on the beach. What about the hostages, Mr. President? Mr. President, the hostages. Biden plays deaf and dumb, keeps his head down in disgrace, and continues on trudging through grass, blatantly ignoring the questions regarding the 8 American hostages who are detained by Hamas. Meh. If Joe could yawn, he would. Time to drag back to work. Kamala Harris refuses to answer questions under the tutelage of campaign wizard Barack Obama. She is ball and chain to a teleprompter, choosing not to speak unless there's a script so she doesn't sound stupid. So just who is minding the store, the proxy wars, the executive order hopper that pops up blank checks at the overall business of America? Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin announced a massive mobilisation of military assets in anticipation of a major Iran-Israel war. Here we go. Both Biden and Harris remain mute. Ring toss on which of the toy soldiers, or both, will return to the Situation Room and update Americans, as expected in times of crisis with foreign nations. Flashback to July 18th, 2024. Joe Biden struggles to remember the Defence Secretary's name, refers to him as Black Man instead. The blunder came during an appearance on Black Entertainment Television, during which Biden made his pitch to black voters. Voters of colour proved crucial to the Biden's 2020 win, and his campaign now dead, Joe has passed the torch to Camilla to retain it. We're going to watch Biden. Oh, here he comes. We'll just watch him while I check my phone. And yes, Timo, we can do a call in if you want. Okay, there he goes. Is this the one we watched the other day? No. Is it? Yes, it is. It's just a longer version. When I said, where is he going? Where is he off to? God knows. I'm sure I'm missing more. Hang on 1 second while I just pop over here. Hello? Hello? We'll pop over here and just check. Yep, okay. America as... what's going on? See? In Ilhan Omar, this is what happened. US House, MN District 5, Democrat primary. I reckon this is probably the time they were doing something diddling around in there. Elon Musk said observing protests is apparently illegal now. Mario Northall said man jailed for watching riots in Belfast. Cameron Armstrong, 18, from Belfast, was charged with rioting, despite his lawyer stating he'd only gone to the area where protests were taking place to have a look. Sounds a bit like J6. Judge Rafferty said he doesn't have to throw a petrol bomb or a brick to be involved in disorder if he's present at disorder. Anybody involving themselves in this type of behaviour, this type of disorder, as an active participant or a curious observer, can expect to be, save for the most exceptional circumstances, remanded into custody, and this defendant is remanded into custody for watching. He probably had a camera on him. That's probably why. Okay, well that is it for today for news. Now I'm going to go to the comments and see how you're all going in there. How we all going? Okay, I can go back to the beginning on this one. Okay. Alex said, your hair looks beautiful. Oh, thank you. I only had time to do the fringe because I had to get up and go and try and light the fire, and taken freaking ages to light the fire. Oh my God. Alex said you probably spent the rest of the money in fuel. No, my car's small, see, so it doesn't take 20. I saved $20. By the time I got there and back, I probably saved 10. Yeah, it would have been 10 or less in fuel because my car's tiny. Alex said, would be with our fuel prices here anyway. Yeah, we're lucky we're on the low point at the moment. I don't know how long that's going to last. I should go out and get more fuel before it goes up again. And Timmy said hello. Hey, Timmy. Hey, Timmy, I wanted to ask you something. I might ask you on... I'll give you something to think about though, right? I was watching a video the other day. And... could a hormone imbalance be a lot of people's problems with, mental illness? Only because I was watching a video the other day and a person was talking about someone who was going to transition themselves, and someone told them to go and get a hormone test first. So the person did, and their hormones were all out of whack. Now, it might be a far stretch for me, but I sort of thought, I wonder if, right, Like a hormone deficiency or some sort of hormone imbalance could cause things like that. I don't know. Anyway, just a thought. Okay, then we have, and we can talk about it on Rumble. Alex said, that's why I always add your links in hopes people find us. I know. D-Lee said, I agree with Alex. Your hair looks fabulous. Oh, thank you. I just put some mousse in it to hold it together, stop it from going all frizzy and weird on me. And what did I put? Mousse and moisturiser, hair moisturiser. Deb's gone. And Alex said, I'll have to update my links if your old Streamlabs doesn't work. Yeah, not on it's different for each. Like if you've got different channels, then the link's different. I don't know. Anyway, it's set up and ready to go, but I don't know if it works, so who knows. It's linked to my PayPal anyway. Actually, I can find out. Where is my test widgets? Hang on a sec. This is a test, okay? Oh, it does work. Subscriber? Hey, I just subscribed to myself. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that works anyway. So there you go. Deb said, yes, see and hear. Alex said, I can't add them to this as I'm a civvy again. Oh, I have to, which one should I? Wow, there's two different moderators. Hang on. There's a managing moderator that can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also has capabilities of standard moderators. That's Alex. Okay. You're now a managing moderator, Alex. You are a manager. Okay. So you can like turn on subscribers only and things like that, you know, on the chat, I believe. You've got a lot of control there. So yeah, don't go nuts on me, please. No, I'm kidding. You do what you've got to do. You're a civvy. Well, you're not anymore. Okay, there we go. And Deb said, yes. Alex said, sound and pictures all good. Deb said, sounds like eyes to see and hear. Alex said, I just heard a couple of hours ago that Trump's apparently going to start mass deport. Is he? I heard, okay, you should see my YouTube, what do you call it? Subscriptions. Someone said Trump could go to jail for a year at Rikers Island, is it? Rikers. Crikey. Where am I? New Secret Service pulls from Biden. New Trump assassination. I've got to get in there. Trump hires Kamala Harris' worst nightmare as she runs away. Who else have we got? Logan Paul finally got his bad karma. My Brats was live. LBRY. Hang on. Where is it? They're not showing me. This is really weird. Possible Mar-a-Lago closure. Palm Beach Mall's Mar-a-Lago closure over road shutdown. Don't know what that's about. What else have we got? Muslim leaders expect 100,000 pro-Palestinian protesters at the DNC. Ray gun wrecked by the internet. Trump will go to Rikers. Rumour is at least 1 year in prison. You reckon? They reckon? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Alex said people are going to prison here for Facebook posts. Yes, that happened here in COVID. I don't know if anyone remembers that. A pregnant lady ended up in getting arrested. Darren said, hi everyone, why are we on this channel? I got barred. You're barred. Been barred. I've been naughty, yeah. Deb said, I'll have to look up what she was doing in the Olympic. Oh, God love you, Timmy. Absolutely, a hormone imbalance could cause so many issues. It's a largely metabolic issue. Cystic fibrosis, for example, is possibly due to insulin. I have to say possibly. Your OBGYN will know the treatment, which is metformin of diabetes, modern food poison. Yes. Good stuff. Thank you, Timmy. Very much. Thank you. So it can cause issues. So go see your doctor. I've got to say that on here. You know, always check with your doctor. Hopefully you can find one you trust. And, yeah. Don't trust them all, though. I'm telling you. Be careful. Be careful out there. Find a good one. Okay. Yeah, 2 weeks on the other one, Darren, by the way. 2 weeks. Okay, Deb said, I'll have to look up what she was doing in the Olympic. Oh, yep. Yeah. It's gone mad, it has. Darren said, Deb, she did a bad imitation of an epileptic fit. What breakdancing? Yeah, I could do. Look, honestly. Darren said, how on earth can Hev get a... Is two-tier... Yeah. Same reason my last channel got taken away. Medical. Something. Apparently. I did something naughty. I don't know. Who knows? They didn't give me a timestamp or anything. They can't ever do that, you know. Deb said, oh no, Elaine dancing. Oh yeah, her little kicks. I don't know. I could do better breakdancing. I'll just wobble. There you go. But it still would have been better than Reagan. Oh my God, this chair does not want to move. I need a slippery slidey mat. Oh shit. I'm gonna pull muscles trying to move this chair. Deb said, oh no, Elaine dancing. Yeah, I read that one. Darren said, how on earth can... Oh, yep, I read that one too. Alex said, sound between clip and voice is good. Oh, good, okay, so that's a reasonable... Okay. Alex said, wouldn't surprise me, probably plotting from his sunbed in the sun as we speak. Tim A said, it's called money laundering, Hev, lol. R.E. ray gun. Yeah, I know. More of it in the pocket, you know. Yeah, it's ridiculous what she did. That is disgusting. And they took it off like people who genuinely were talented. They could have stood a chance. And then she tried to say there were no points on breakdancing. It's funny because the other people got points. I wonder why she didn't. She got 0. And the other, like the black lady, from France lady, right? She got like 16, 18 or something, didn't she? Or was it 6, 8? Maybe I put a 1 in front of it. I don't know, but she was good. Okay, I've got to try and get this chair forward a bit more. Hang on. I've got to exercise more too, guys. I've put on so much weight. I've eaten too much. Not enough exercise. And Deb said, what happened to real sports? And Darren said, did you know Kia in Farsi means penis? Really? Penis Dharma. Okay. Alex said, yeah, they got to wash that money to me. It's bad. Like, everything is... That's how the world's run. The whole thing. Amazing. Deb said, with the opening Olympics, I did not bother in any part of it. Darren said, Eva is cool. Alex said, if the cap fits, his dad is a tool maker, you know, Darren. He made a tool there. Darren said, lol, and tool is another word for care. Tim said, right, Alex, my question is, what does she know? What does she have on these people? She sure brought a lot of attention to herself, almost on purpose. It was so bad. Well, she has a PhD, a doctorate, in breakdancing, and she can't breakdance. Oh, God love you, Timmy. Oh, absolutely. Go see your farmer-trained doctor. He'll fix you right up. Good hit, Timmy. Seriously, though, my favourite bit of advice is ask your doctor why. He, she will never know why, but they know the med. They know which one to write out for you. They never know why it's happening. Good on you, Timmy. Oh, that was a good hit. Well done. God love ya. Darren said it's all a show. It is. Like we're watching the biggest theatre. Every bit of it. Yeah, that's why I say don't be scared. We're going to war next, okay? The war's coming next. This part of the theatre. The war. And then, what have we got? Financial collapse or something, and God knows what else. This is insane. I'm really happy to be alive to watch this, you know. I really am. I'm really happy to be alive to watch this. I always wanted to be alive to watch this when it happened, after reading about it in the Bible. D. Lee said, exactly, Timmy, that's what's that all about? Darren said, why would you get a monkeypox vaccine if you're not a gay man? And Deb's laughing at me. Tim said monkeypox is very closely related to chickenpox, which is a type of herpes virus. And makes me wonder how kids get chickenpox then. I don't know. Maybe we can talk about that on Rumble. Alex said, I was sure it will all come out. It always does, Timmy. Darren said, this Babbitt may lose more than his Kia. Timmy said, this dude looks like a Simpsons character, Ralph Babbitt. He's one of our politicians. Alex said, is that Sonia Poulton speaking to the Babbitt bloke? I don't know. I couldn't see the person who was speaking on the other side. It could be. Possibly. Alex said, I won't be following any of the next pandemic like I didn't follow any of the last. The only reason I had Sonia Poulton, I was sus of her, was because of Sean Atwood, okay? That's why. If she's gotten away from him and she's doing her own thing, great. All more power to her. Yeah. Alex said, I won't be following any of the next pandemic like I didn't follow any of the last one. And Deb said, is it a donut? She put a little emoji there. I need this before I get tickle in my throat. Darren said, I was thinking of Bobbit. Alex said, I was thinking you look like one of those wobbly head toy models. And Deb said, thank you, Timmy. And Darren said, so monkeypox looks like other viruses. It looks like chickenpox. At least that's what I saw. I saw a picture of a man and they said he had monkeypox. It was just like chickenpox. Deb says, so funny, birds, yep. Deb said, I love animals, clever birds. They were, weren't they? They're smarter than you think. Alex said, animals are awesome, Deb. Alex said, it won't hurt much. Darren said, we wouldn't be allowed in that in England. Dealey said, too much. Deb said, does not hurt them too much. Your boy and my boy can handle that. Alex said, that would certainly be a good thing to have, would certainly make me feel safer. Hopefully never have to use it, but if someone tries to enter a home with intent to harm, we need to protect ourselves, yeah. Yeah, those little rubber camera gun things, yeah, rubber things. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that before I open my mouth and say something that I can't get back out of. Deb said, not going to work in Australia, we're not allowed to protect yourself in your own home. Yeah. Alex said, in England, we're expected to make the criminal breaking in a cup of tea. Well, us too here in Australia. Supposed to go, yeah, go for it, whatever you want to do, while I run out the back door. If you can, unless you're getting hammered inside, and then that's just too bad. Can't defend yourself, because they can sue you if they get hurt. Darren said, problem is, Alex, it's controlled by your phone, i.e. it can be hacked and turned on you. Flat Earth said, good morning, Hev and Alex and Deb. It's Eyes. How you going? Hey, Eyes. How you going? Good to see ya. God love ya. Alex said, yeah, it would probably end up being used against people like everything else, lol. Dealey, everyone's saying, hello, Eyes. eyes. How you going? Sherry, how you going? Good to see ya. God love ya. You's found me. Okay. Deb said, hey, sweetie, good to see your eyes. And I said, Deb, my channel has gone, lol, hope you're well. The other one, there you go. Alex said, did you delete it completely or can you bring it back, eyes? And Sherry said, hello, Deb. And Deb said, I'm well, hoping you are well too, eyes. Alex said, I'm good, thank you. Everyone's going good. How you going? How you going? Good, good, good. I said, Alex, it's hidden, but you have to see the riots. Innocent people are in prison for doing nothing wrong by that shithead in Downing Street. For fuck's sake. I know. Sherry said, we're hanging in there, Alex. Alex said, yep, going nuts here. Starmer on a massive power trip. I don't think it'll last long, eyes. Alex said, good to hear. I'm there with you, Sherry. And Deb said, no to the money. No, the money doesn't go back to the real people that need it in the outback. Not at all. They don't get any of it. They don't even get the land that they're taking for, well, they're using that as an excuse. Native title. It's given it to the UN. Darren said, two-tier has ceded UK to Islam by order of the deep state. Flat earther. I'll call you that from now on, eyes. People are getting arrested for a tweet or an emoji, going to prison for nothing but wicked Islam. Getting free pass and balls my... Yep, I get you. You know what, flat earther? Eyes? You just... At the moment. Alex said, I think all this madness going on at the moment just shows me they have totally lost control and are trying their last attempt before it crumbles for them. Tim S. said, very similar laws are being made or have been made here in the States, RE Native Americans. Yeah, didn't they do that with reservations? Is that what reservations are? Did they, like, round them up and say that now this is your land, but they haven't... I don't even think they've done that with the Aboriginals here. If they try to round them up, they'll run amok. They'll escape. But is that what that's about? Like reservations and things? Alex said, I'm just watching it all unfold. It's been a long time coming. Darren said, Alex, we're a warning to the US. If Trump loses, the world's lost. If he wins, he can turn everything around. But will he? I do believe he will. Tim said, together with the Bureau of Land Management, many states in the West, like Utah, are almost completely owned by the federal government under the guise of preservation. There you go. You know we're going to get all this back, don't you? We're taking it back. There you go. Darren said, our governments are just puppets. Flat earther said, monkey. And Alex said, could be why they're trying to play out another pandemic and lock everyone down and make it hard for the vote. They know they have lost and will do anything to try and keep control. Alex said, I'm glad more people are awake now. I just hope they don't go back to sleep. They can't go back to sleep. Once you're awake, it's impossible. You can't put yourself back in the bag. It just doesn't happen. You can't not know what you know now. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't because I know what I know and I just can't. Darren said, I'm sure they will, Alex. Trump needs to be extra cautious. Deb said, get blood test to prove you're Indigenous. That's what I agree, Deb, full on. You need a DNA test. I want to see DNA testing. Alex said, I heard there might be another attempt of pew-pew on Trump if you catch my drift, Darren. Yep. Cynthia, how you going, Cynthia? Good to see ya. You made it. Cynthia said, shout out, Australia. Tim said, also, do a little research using the Brave browser. Look up laws being passed across the entire West that are mysteriously worded the exact same from Australia to Canada. Do you mean like land? Oh, pardon me, sorry. Land laws? Oh, that didn't work. Property ownerships, Queensland government. All I'm getting is AU. Around the world. Scramble for Land Rights, World Resources Institute. Yeah, and the UN's bloody getting them all. NewsUN.org. New report details Indigenous struggle for land rights. That's because you're taking them all, you UN. Hello. Land and housing are the most important assets of the poor. You got Oxfam going, why Indigenous and community land rights matter for... I can't find anything, not that quick anyway, but I will do another search, possibly when we're live. It doesn't surprise me. I know that Canada's going through it too. You have New Zealand who are going through it too with the Maori rights. Canada, Australia, then the US with, the Indigenous apparently. Yeah. Darren said, without a doubt, Alex, they've tried to make him out a couple of times. I know of already. Take him out, sorry. They'll not stop until he's not a threat anymore. Tim said that following a playbook. Cynthia said, so sorry, been busy, always in my thoughts and prayers. Have you... Oh, thank you, Cynthia. God love you. Deb said, too much money in cancer. Cynthia said, Timmy, love that. Flat Earth said, Almighty God is allowing this for a reason. Many are going to the throne room of God, and others are going down to hell to be tortured, awaiting final judgment. Alex said, do you remember seeing that Secret Service bloke hear something in his earpiece, then aim his rifle at Trump when they were trying to get him in the car that day? I didn't see that. I'm going to have to look at more footage because apparently more has come out now. And Deb said, yeah, and they all cry, oh, shortages, yeah. Deb said, yes, Alex saw it. Flat Earther said, I've seen Trump and Musk on Telegram dancing. Yeah, I just played it, but I'm going to play it on Rumble because there's music behind it. And here on YouTube, it's just so ridiculous. You can't play any little bit of music before getting copywritten somehow. And then if it's the worst one, the whole video can just be blocked in every country and no one can see it. That's what they do. That's what they do to me. Sometimes it's just a copyright claim and I don't have to do anything. That's fine. But other times it goes up higher and higher. Darren said, see, some deep fakes are obvious and hilarious. Alex said, wouldn't all fit, lol. Deb said, it was the COVID workers found time in dance in the pandemic. Yeah, they found time to dance around, didn't they? Darren said, Rothschilds just love to kill for gain. Just look back to the Titanic. Alex said, so blatant, eh, Deb? He pointed right at him. Flat Earther said, Hev, hello, honey. Hope you're well and your family and cats. You look beautiful as always. Your hair is lovely and curly. Thank you. God love you. Yeah, it was just because I didn't have time to style the rest of it. So I just put mousse in it. That's it. And Alex said, Shannon, I hope he finds us. Shannon's in here? Yep, he's in here. Good, because he did message me this morning and said, can't see anywhere. What's going on? And I was driving. I was getting all these messages while I'm driving, right? I'm going to get smokes. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, oh, it has to wait. I'm driving. I can't. And then by the time I got to where I was going, which was a shop, I jumped out, got the stuff, jumped back in the car, started driving and went, I didn't check those freaking messages. And so it had to wait till I got home. SW, how you going? And Deb said, this hurts, see, poor man. Darren said, why can't I see Shannon? Oh, Deb said, Aboriginal people could have done it much better. Alex said, I think Shannon texts Hev. Darren just messaged him on YouTube, so I hope he finds us. Flat Earther said, I will warn those wicked people, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. Deb said, Simpsons predict this too. Deb said, what the fuck? Flat Earther said, seen this dancing on the stage. Darren said, that kid is doing what I thought breakdancing was. Maybe that's why Ray Gun calls it breaking. She's just breaking bones, probably. Dee Lee said, now there's a true breakdancer. Deb said, it doesn't help when people like Ray Gunn get up and say, don't pick on me. Flat Earther said, Eyes has been put in a hibernation. Hang on, hibernation. Deb said, that's more like it. Deb said, not even in her dreams. And Alex laughed at Eyes. Kreml said, that this ain't funny, Roo. Tim Ayres said, remember Ronald Reagan being nicknamed Ronnie Reagan because he was advocating for Star Wars' approach to shoot missiles down from space? Interesting choice of names Reagan chose. It is, isn't it? Her name is Rachel Gunn. So that might have something to do. I'm not sure. Maybe she's I don't know. She thinks she's special, obviously. Tim Ayres said, Nick named, not beamed. I swear autocorrect can get fucked. Darren said, how the do you get a PhD in breakdancing? I don't know. I really don't know. How? Especially when you can't do it. I don't know. It's very weird. The PhDs they're handing out these days, that's what I mean. They're like, you know, a lot of them are pretty much worthless. Like, some of them are worth something, but, you know, most of these ones, I don't know, a PhD in breakdancing. That's a doctorate in breakdancing, isn't it? Deb said, yes, I smell something not right. Tim Ayres said, laugh my ass off, Darren, like a PhD in underwater basket weaving. Yes, exactly. Alex said, they'll give you a PhD for anything these days, Darren. Yeah, and apparently she's a teacher and doesn't know how to do the dance, so I don't know what she's teaching. Theory? I don't know. Interpretive dance? I don't know. Alex is laughing at Tim Ayres. Tim Ayres said, I'm interested in what curriculum looks like. Mine was a lot harder. Deb said, well, if you got rainbows in higher education now, all a shit show. Flat Earther said, Alex, Deb, the British government want Elon Musk arrested and brought to England, put in prison for 5 years. Lol. Darren said, if Camel Toe wins, she would send Elon to England. Flat Earther said, Elon's a bot when you know, you know. Alex said, it's starting to look a lot like North Korea doesn't have quite the same ring as Christmas. Flat Earther said, Elon Musk is a robot or a clone if you really look into it. Darren said, it doesn't matter what Camel Toe's done, she's unburdened by what has been. What will be? Unburdened by what has been. Kamala, you're a has-been. Can we do that now? Is that the bit we're up to yet? Okay. Frickin' chair. I swear it's the chair, not me. Okay. Darren said, so who owns the Elon bot, Eyes? Deb said, she packing. Alex said, Darren, she makes as much sense as Biden. Yeah, Kamala. Probably even less. I don't know. Flat Earther said, in reality, Starmer is long gone. The Starmer you or me sees body double, and if you look closely, I'll get your Eyes. They're using masks and all sorts of things. Alex said, don't really want to look at him closely, if I'm honest, Eyes. Tim Ayres said, laugh my ass off. Handsome woman indeed. Tim Ayres said, this is all mental AIDS. I can't anymore. I know, it's insane. That's why I'm here, to try and make fun of it while it's happening. Alex said, he's someone's daughter, got a jawline like Action Man. Darren said, plenty more comedy to come, Timmy. Darren said, Trump is a threat, just not a threat to the people. No, just a threat to them. And Shannon's here. Hey, going Shannon. And he said, g'day from the Riverlands, South Australia. And Deb said, the only threat is to their pocket. Trump's going to take away their money. Oh, yeah, they'll be up in court cases and they'll be getting sued left, right and centre and all over the joint. Darren said they have to cause civil wars to bankrupt our countries. How else can they push their new currency system that finally enslaves us forever? And Daly said, Shannon. And Darren said, hey, Shannon. And Shannon said, what's this channel? I've been waiting for Hev to start. She owes me a late fee. Oh, good luck with that, Shannon. God love you. Okay, where was I up to? Okay. Back in the chat. Oh shit, it jumped. Big one. Okay, I'm near where I was. I see Flat Earther with a Hev highlighted. Deb said, hey Shannon, we're a bit moist here. It's moist out there, I'll tell you. Flat Earther said, Hev, Nuke World War III is written in the Book of Revelations if you read between the lines and on the God's Father's orders, not man's. Yep. Darren said, you are right, eyes, everything that is happening is foretold. That's why they've arrested over 1,000 people now. Most were peaceful bystanders. And Alex said, hey Shannon, yeah, you made it. Flat Earther said, the Streamlabs link that I have has got pinned. Well, I thought it was a link to come onto the stream and chat. God love ya. Oh. Shannon said, why can't I find a button to subscribe to this channel? I don't know, Shannon. Deb said, makes sense to me, Hev. And Alex is laughing at Shannon. Shannon said, is this not on YouTube? Yes. Darren said, the button's on mine, Shannon. Try refreshing. Wow, really, Shannon? D-Lee said, I just have a bell. Alex said, got me spanner back. Shannon said, oh, there's 2 more episodes of Serial. Yeah, I did that. They've been done the last couple of weeks, I think. They're short ones, but it's getting really interesting again. Flat Earther said, Alex, lol. D-Lee said, Alex. Darren said, looking good, Alex. Maybe a little blue, though. Shannon said, I'm already subscribed. It wasn't in my shorts list. I would have had to go to view all tab. Oh, okay. Alex said, you know you can trust me, Heavy. I do now. Yeah. Flat Earther said, don't upset Alex. We are all going to the gulag. Or we're all going to the gulag. Darren said, that's what politicians say, Alex. Darren said, Hev, make another backup channel so we can be ready. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like stay on this one, I think. So what I'm gonna do is next time I'm allowed to go and, you know, I'll go and I'll say, hey guys, from now on, over here, if you can, I'm going to make this the main one. Yep. And then I've got Hev's Lifestyle, which is a backup. Alex said, I think the only time I have timed anyone out was by accident, eyes. Shannon said, bad, black sheep, have you any truth? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Yeah, did you mean bar black sheep? Don't want to burp at you guys. And Alex said, awesome, Timmy. And D-Lee said, good one, Shannon. Shannon said, yes, sir, I'm a super sleuth. Flat Earther said, Alex was just joking, hun. Oh, she knows. Alex said, I think that's wise. They're shutting people down faster than they can open accounts. Bloody ridiculous. Darren? Darren said, don't make the neck gesture, Hev. You'll be extradited to England, given life. Alex said, I know you are, eyes. Darren said, oh, it'll get worse soon, Alex. They're going to update the already tyrannical online harms. Darren said, don't worry, eyes. Alex isn't really a politician. SW said, I hope the Easter egg hunts weren't rigged. Shannon said, Bard, black sheep, have you any truth? Yes, sir, I'm a super sleuth. Alex said, unlike our dictators, I advocate for all free speech. Offensive is subjective. Exactly. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. D-Zombie, how you going? Good to see ya. Darren said, SW, the Easter Bunny is a furry. Flat Earther said, Darren, politicians are demonic and evil, and God the Father will punish them all across the earth at his appointed time. Try to say that in one breath, running out at the end. Deb said, just got back from daycare drop-off. Dropped the hubby off at the pub. SW said, g'day, Alex, be gentle with that spanner. Darren said, very high, D. Deb said, world is mad. D-Zombie went, Darren. Shannon said, should have given that male boxer that identifies as a woman a lead medal that identifies as a gold medal. Yeah. That would have put an end to it, wouldn't it? Darren said, by that logic, I don't want to know how kids get chicken pox. No, me neither. I'm kind of like, okay, we're going to Rumble to talk to Timmy in a minute. Alex said, yeah, we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Deb said, very good, Shannon. Alex said, it sounded like Sonia Poulton. There you go. Darren said, great idea, Shannon. Flat Earther said depopulation in plain sight. Deb said I was being rude about monkeypox. Okay. Okay. Butthole surfers. That's like, you know, the guys who like, you know, the back end action and you call them, you know, shit shovelers. Deb said, yes, I need Hev fix. Flat Earther said the four horsemen of the apocalypse was playing now. The pale horse rider, he who sat on it death to kill a third of the earth, it is written. And Deb's laughing at Shannon. Darren said, ooh, Shannon. Yeah, I'm like, ooh. No, thank you. Darren said, I'm sure the prophecy in Zechariah said 2 out of 3 people will be destroyed. And Alex has put any other links in there. Darren said, change sure to think. Shannon said, Hev, can you get a pole to put your Starlink dishy above the treetops? Shannon, the pole would need, you know, the metal wires to hold it. It'd have to be that tall that it would have to have supports. It sucks. Unless someone can come and chop some trees down. I don't know. If I owned it, I would. Because they don't have most of the view of the sky, you know. Darren said, I'll put the dish on the tree. If I could climb one, I would. They are very tall. I mean, they are tall trees, man. Like, they are 5, 6, maybe 7 times the height of my house. 7 stories or more high. Alex, I haven't seen the video about Trump and mass deports, but I saw the headline. Oh, okay. That's probably someone trying to scare the left from voting for Trump because he's going to deport everyone, they reckon. Darren said he's been saying it for a while, Alex, just getting more detailed now. But he will. He wants to do it to the illegal criminals, for sure. Darren said he's been... I read that one. Alex said, I wonder if that would pick up the tree vibes, Darren. Darren said Trump's plan is the only way. We all need to do the same. Shannon said, tree dish, sway too much, like Alex listening to the finishing credits. Yeah, and my intros and outros are going to be different because I want to be separated from, you know, the other thing. Because I think this, I can lay low kind of thing, you know? Kind of. Darren said, Alex, the tree would have internet access, then we're all fucked. Darren said, trees invented the original net. They connected with each other by roots underground. Oh, God love you, Timmy. Monkeypox, like HIV, has a correlation to the Hep B vac. It's a harmless virus for the most part, unless you have had the jab, apparently. Okay, so, yeah, okay, I'll get ya. It's a correlation to, you know, those things. So, very interesting. We'll talk more on that on Rumble shortly. Shannon said, you should all watch Kingsman's Secret Service. Ooh. And Alex said, I don't like any of them, but at least with Trump everything was so much better off and no new wars were introduced. Funny that, eh, Darren? Alex said, sway like the trees, sway like the trees, sway. Darren said, deep state needs wars. Yep, they do, to keep the money going. Darren, and they can cover up financial collapse then. Just say it's the war. Darren said, we've been played for centuries now. They're making their final play and we can all see it. Alex said, it turned out well in the end. Hopefully more people will find us again. Bloody YouTube. Flat Earther said, Hev, it's been madness across England. Lots of innocent people are in prison for nothing and I'm so angry. And I know, including tweets and emojis. I know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alex said, I agree. They're trying everything they can now because they know it's game over. And hang in there, eyes. I'm telling you. Just hang in there. Darren said, eyes, the good thing is that Revelation says the prisoners will be set free. And I reckon they'll be able to sue their asses off. You watch. Any money, they're going to be able to sue their asses off. Flat Earth said, have Mac, many innocent people are now in prison now in England for sending a short tweet or face post for an emoji. I'm so angry they're in jail. These police, magistrates and judges will be sorry. No, I get you. I hear you. Just hang in there, eyes. I promise you it'll be all right. Shannon said, all references to Steen will be removed from Sick Willie, Clinton page. Clinton's Wikipedia page. Something is coming. Also, Bill Clinton is allegedly an illegitimate Rothschild. Shannon said, Jay Leno chin. Yeah, that girl. Yeah. Alex said, any childbearing shoulders. Shannon, but I always think of that now every time I see Big Mike. Deb said, where is Stripe? Oh, where is Stripe? Where is Stripe? It was open and now it's not. Oh, there it is. Hang on. We got it there. Do I need to log in? Yeah, I do. Can't see my screen. No, you can't. You got to be careful. Oh. Now I got to get a code. And I've got to wait for the code. Hello? Oh, there we go. It came through. I'll have it for you in a sec there, Deb. God love you. Okay, where is the, shit. Oh, link. Okay. Copy URL, I think. Copy that. And paste. That's still the same, okay? The Stripe is still the same. It's just that the Streamlabs link is different now. So, yeah. Darren said they even locked someone up for asking who the F is. Allah, it's not an answer. Wow. Alex said, I was going to say, I think you'll have another one called Hever's Lifestyle. I will have to add it to the links. Yep. Deb said, so when the world starts the burn show, we get the marshmallows ready. Yes, and just toast them over the fire if you got one outside anyway. I've got one inside. I can toast mine in the fireplace. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, don't make me eat more food. Look, I've been trying to eat food because my daughter bought me, I think in America you call them bell peppers, right? Well, I've got like 40 of the things, right? Or more. I've already chopped some up and I've still got bags and bags of them. I had like 4 big tubs of mushrooms. I have something called dragon fruit. I don't even know what it is. I just got a whole, like, tomatoes coming out of my ears, so I'm going to have to start boiling stuff up there. And then apples. I'm trying to stew the apples to get them frozen. And what else have I got? Mandarins, potatoes, onions. It's good. I mean, it's great. I've saved me money, honest to God. Okay. I've forgotten. Where did I go off on that rant? Oh, yeah, Deb, with the marshmallows, talking about food. I even had to make banana bread because I've got bananas too, right? Darren said, Alex, do you think Barack will get the pox, lol? Deb said, hey, D-Zombie. And Alex said, I think he and the vast majority of them have all sorts of clapping horrible diseases. Alex said, I think they are like cesspools of lurgy. The dreaded lurgy. Deb said, did they get they let go monkeys that had a crash release monkeypox into the community? I think I didn't read that right there. Anyway, where is up to? Here we are. SW said, haven't heard the turkey knocking lately. No, he's gone. He hasn't been back for a couple of years, or a year or so now. Darren said, probably to do with Gates, Deb. Darren said it was delicious, SW. Alex said, oh yeah, hopefully he'll be back one day, SW. Yeah, I need him to rake my garden for me again. SW said, Darren, when I ate one, it was stringy and tough as. SW said, Alex, I fear he's a stalker. Darren said, SW, that's why they convinced us that turkeys were traditional Christmas dinner. How else could they sell them? Tim S said, let's go to Rumble. Yeah, we'll be over there in a sec. Just as soon as I've read these comments. SW said, the turkey, not Darren. Shannon said, turkey may have been gobbled. Alex said, I think I did hear a while ago that all trees are connected via the mycelium network. Nature is so amazing. Tim S said, laughed my ass off, Shannon. Darren said, I'm not a stalker, but I can be a bit of a turkey at times. Me too. Alex said, one of those robot birds. Darren said, it's true, Alex, they even share water with each other and keep water from those they don't like. There you go. A flat earther said, Alex, is Hev going live on Rumble after this, do you know? Yes, I am. Darren said, Stripe loses its flavour after one chew. Stripe chewing gum lose flavour after one chew. Alex said, if only people were taught truly meaningful things in school, the world would be a better place, Darren. Darren said, it jumped. No, he didn't say that, but I did. Darren said, but how would they control us then, Alex? Shanna said, same if you leave it on the bedpost overnight. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever it was, straight over the head. Tim A said, Darren, excellent gum, but it only has flavour for a minute or two. Alex said, yes, yeah, eyes, flat earther. And flat earther said, well, aye. D. Lee said, cut that fruit and veg and freeze them. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I've been cutting for days. I've just been in the kitchen chopping. It's like 3 big crates of food. I even got meat. It was good. It was so good. Oh, I needed it right now. It was really like... And my daughter got given a lot as well. So, like, I don't know what happened, but hey, that I'm not questioning, and thank you very much for whoever did that for me. Alex said, exactly, they want obeying worker bees that never ask questions. If you can hear my stomach growling, I ate before I came on here. 2 hours later, I'm starving hungry again. So I'm going to eat between here and Rumble very quickly. Shannon said the dreaded lurgy. Alex said eyes and laughing. Darren said, yes, Shannon also gives a woody taste. Shannon said bedposts and... Okay, I don't know what you guys are on about, but I think I'm going to skip those. Alex said, all right, man, eyes, flat earther. Deb said, there was an accident. The van had monkeys and the monkeys escaped. Darren said, D-Lee, you can cut the fruit and veg, but you're still XY. Flat earther said, Heb, I'm godsmacked that your turkey has gone. I'm sorry to hear. No, he's just gone to live his life because I never fed him anymore. So he went, he found a woman probably, hopefully. I hope he did. He was a good turkey. He needs a woman. He was trying to get my chickens, but they're not the same species. Well, they are, but they're not the same, like, you know. I don't think they can mate. The turkey would probably kill the chickens. Deb said, great movie. I bought a bed just like that, Shannon. Flat Earther said, Alex, way, amen. Shannon said, does bubblegum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? It's a song, Hev. I don't know. There you go. I haven't heard the song and I don't know if it does. Alex said, actually I have fresh veg growing in my garden now. Yay! Only tomatoes, courgettes, chilies and bell peppers at the moment, but I'm going to add more to it. I've got so many bell peppers, man. I don't even know how... Like, I made pizza. I made homemade pizza last night. I made the dough. I made the whole thing. And I'm going to have to do another one just to use this food. I don't know. Deb said, did not film. Oh, I should have filmed it. I made, like, everything. The dough and everything. Wow. Shannon said, and handcuffs, I bet, Debs. And Deb said, well, Shannon. And Daly said, that's awesome, Alex. So glad you got your garden. Darren said, I hope your mother says don't chew it. Do you swallow it and spine one? Oh, Darren said, Hev, it's a song written about 100 years ago. Okay, thank you very much. I thought I was being rude and just wasn't aware, you know. I thought it was just going over my head. Anyway, guys, I'm going to play a very different outro. It'll probably be a very quick outro, and I'll see you over on Rumble. Give me about 15, 20 minutes. Okay, much love, guys. Bye.